Hi guys, Sass Dinosaur here, and welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be doing something slightly different again, and I'm going to see how you guys like it. Hopefully, it's going to become a series exploring every nook and cranny of Elder Scrolls lore that there is. Think of this video as a taster episode. I'd greatly appreciate support if you liked the video, so make sure to like and comment if you want more, and subscribe to help my channel grow. Now let's get into it. So then, Tamriel. Tamriel is the continent on which all Elder Scrolls games are based, all the way from Arena up to Elder Scrolls Online. Tamriel is one of several continents on the planet Nirn, alongside Akavir, Atmora, debatably Ardmaris, Yakuda, technically, and multiple separate island nations such as Thras, Pioneer. I will possibly get into lore on these areas in the future, but they're not important to this video's topic. Oh, don't be mistaken, Nirn isn't a planet in the same way our Earth is. No. In fact, Nirn's probably more correctly referred to as a plane. No, not the flying kind. I mean plane as in a realm. I say this because Nirn is not a floating planet in space, orbiting a sun, with other planets orbiting the same sun. No. Nirn is actually inside something called Oblivion. I'm sure many of you are saying now, no it's not, Nirn's inside Mundus. And you aren't wrong, Nirn is inside Mundus, but Mundus is more simply described as everything inside Oblivion that isn't Oblivion. As in the mortal realms, Nirn, Two Moons, Secunda and Massa, and the Eight Divines. Hence why Mundus is nicknamed the Mortal Plane. There are also other things other than Mundus in Oblivion, the Daedric realms and the Planes of Oblivion. The Planes of Oblivion are pockets in Oblivion, some belonging to a certain Daedric prince, others just kind of existing. There are an infinite number of planes in Oblivion, and some of these planes are infinite in themselves. There are just over 137,000 known planes of Oblivion. Outside of Oblivion is Aetherius. This realm is the source of all magicka in the Aurbis, the universe of the Elder Scrolls Online. It is also the sun and the stars, which are actually holes torn through Oblivion into Aetherius by Magnus and the Magnage in their escape from the mortal realm. I will cover this also in a future video, if you're wondering. And outside Aetherius, the void. Pure nothing. I guess you could say it's void of anything, am I right? The void is what there was before time. Well, I say before time, but pure void was a bit sooner than that, because time somehow happened after something else happened, which I could confuse a lot of people, including myself, by going into, but let's just say that something did happen before time, for simplicity's sake. I'll explain how this happens. First was the void, which became split by Ae. Anu and Padme came next, and with their first brush came the Aurbis. It began with nothing, just the void. Then Anu came into existence, representing order, stasis, and light. Padme, representing the opposite of Anu, naturally followed. It represented chaos, change, and darkness. Because of the uncertain nature of this entirety of the Elder Scrolls lore, and the fact that the Daedra are classified in a completely different way in a more proven part of the lore, I'm going to forget this whole part about the groups of Hertada, the Daedra and Daedra. Instead, I'm going to just refer to them all as Etada for the time being, to keep things simpler. I'm not saying this part of the lore is necessarily wrong, but it could make my future videos more confusing and stuff like that. Yeah. It is supposed that Anu and Padme then battled in a bloody conflict that spilt their blood. This birthed the Etada, the Aedra and Daedra, Adria born of mixed blood, Daedra born of purely Ptolemaic blood. After this happened, Anu decided to birth his own soul, Anuiel, to allow her to think and exist as something. Anuiel became the soul of all things. Padome, being the opposite of Anu, also birthed his own soul, Sithis. This became representative of all Anuiel's limitations. Anuiel saw that the world created in his forefather, Anu, and Padome's battle, Aurbis, was chaotic and unstable. To try and help this, Anuiel birthed his own soul, Auriel. Auriel then created time, allowing Aurbis to take control of itself and create limitations, rules, guidelines. This allowed the Atada to truly come into being, grab onto something, and gain forms and names and really exist. As usual, Anuiel's opposite, Sithis, then birthed his own soul again to create Lorcan to destroy the Aurbis. Now, this is where it gets a bit questionable, because Lorcan was supposedly sent to destroy Aurbis, but according to all the main beliefs of Man and Mer, it's that one way or another, Lorcan was responsible for the creation of Nirn, to give himself a way of truly existing as an anchor of sorts, give himself form. A possibility is that Lorcan maybe decided to ignore his original purpose in his own selfishness, or maybe the Aurbis creation myth is entirely wrong. We can't really know. Regardless, Lorcan was almost certainly responsible for the creation of Nirn, at least in the beliefs of every race in Tamriel, which has got to be fairly strong evidence.